Hello everybody! I just wanted to start off this month's wonderful wine tasting with you by showing off Messina Hof Hill Country. This is what it's going to look like, and will be opened on the 19th of October, and we look forward to seeing everybody there. As you can see, the building is absolutely stunning, so we look forward to seeing everybody. Our grand opening is going to be part of the Fredericksburg Food and Wine Festival events, so it's really going to be a fun time. Also have a couple of other things that are coming up real soon. The Wine and Roses Festival, you know, it happens next weekend, and it's a great, joyful time. The vineyard is looking absolutely beautiful. The roses are blooming. The gazebo roses are lovely. I mean, it is a beautiful time to be living in the state of Texas. Haven't had it rain in 2 months, so it's irrigated. So because it's irrigated, we're still happy as can be. I actually prefer for it not to rain, because if it rains, then we have to spray, and when we don't rain, we have no spraying that is going on. So this year's grapes are going to be pretty close to organic, so we're looking really good so far. So we look forward to seeing everybody at the Wine and Roses. And then another great event on April the 28th is TGI Thursday. TGI Thursday is a celebration where we show you 20 wines, our premium wines at Messina Hof. We do a nice tasting. You can buy your tickets $25 in advance and $30 at the door. So for $30 at the door, you get to taste 20 Messina Hof wines, and we also have some cheese and some fellowship, and Merrill and I are typically there because we enjoy showing off our wines, and we've got a whole bunch of new things that are coming out, and it's fun to share that with you all. Today we're going to be tasting some of my favorite wines. The first and foremost wine that we're going to taste is this Tex Zin. Tex Zin 2009. We bottled it about 3 months ago. It was aged in American oak for about 12 months. 2009 was an extremely good year for Zinfandel. Very dry in our vineyard up in the high plains. You know, we grow a lot of our grapes up in the high plains of Texas. Merrill's vineyard is located in Halfway, Texas, and the Bell Brothers Vineyard is also located in Halfway, Texas, and that's where our Zinfandel grows. So it's a very cool climate Zinfandel. Extremely exquisite color in the wine, real nice spice, cherry going on with the Zinfandel. Zinfandel is a wine that I think Italians really love, because it's close to that kind of Chianti, spicy, great with pasta, pizza wine. So we're going to taste it now. We're using the waiter's corkscrew, and one of the things that's really important about learning how to use this one is that it has 2 notches on it. And some people, what they do is they only use the 1 notch, and they pull the cork over the lip or the edge of the bottle, and then they bust the cork in half, and then they blame us, and it's really because they're not using it the way it's intended. You push the corkscrew all the way down until you've buried the screw part of the corkscrew. Then you take the first notch, just like that, and you lift up. And see, I've lifted, and this cork has come straight up. There's been no bending of it. Then I switch to the second notch, and again it goes straight up. So the beauty of it is that we never put a torque on the cork. We never bend it over the edge. So that's the reason why it comes out so well. Then to take the cork off, you spin it the opposite direction. Close this up. Still has the wax on the top. We recommend that you take the wax off before you serve it. You can remelt this. You can make a candle out of it. It's 100% recyclable. And that's the reason why we like wax, because it is so recyclable, and we don't mess up the environment. And then just to begin the process of evaluation, you smell the cork. Basically, on the edge of the cork, it should smell like what the wine's going to smell like, but it's not as pronounced. I mean, it's just a very small amount of wine that's absorbed into the edge of the cork. And then just put the cork down, and now you're ready to really enjoy what we're going to have. And the first thing I wanted to show you is something that I have been converted. I believe I've been converted. I did not believe in the use of stemless glasses. I thought that stemless glasses made no sense because you're holding the glass and it's not as elegant. I like it for the convenience. To me, I love to be able to just pick it up and not have to worry about breaking the stem or breaking the base. It sits real easy. It's hard to knock it over. It's just very, very convenient. And for the price, you can get an exquisite stemless glass for a price that is very reasonable. This glass is made by Luigi Bornioli. They are hand blown in Italy. And to get this in a stem cost about $30. And as a stemless, it runs about $10. So a tremendous savings. So instead of spending $30 to get a stemmed and base on the bottom of this thing, you could get the bowl, which is the key. Because, I mean, obviously, there's nothing that you do with this stem other than hold it. You're really buying a glass for the bowl, and you're getting a 24-ounce bowl for $10. So you're saving 66% by making it stemless. So to me, very, very nice, you know, because when I break glass, typically, it is because I've done something to the stem or to the base. I rarely break the bowl, so I think it's a good idea to use stemless. The next thing is that we're going to use this foil because it goes into the neck of the bottle. You pour it. Look how pretty that wine is. I mean, that wine is absolutely gorgeous. 2009 Barrel Reserve. It is amazing the quality of this wine, and it's basically around $10. Meryl and I were in Virginia last weekend, and first of all, I want to comment on the quality of wines coming out of Virginia. I am extremely excited, and my friends at Veritas, who I think are the finest winery in Virginia, making some of the most exquisite wines. They're just outside of Charlottesville, a beautiful site location, making really handcrafted, great quality wines. We had the opportunity of spending the night with them at their estate, and we're going to do some fun things with them in the future. They are leaders in the industry. Andrew, the principal, along with his wife, Andrew was on a panel with my lovely wife Meryl, and it was wonderful talking about tourism, looking at it from the state of Texas and also looking at it from the Virginia perspective. And I can tell you their legislature is doing a great job. The governor is fabulous. They call him the Secretary of Agriculture there instead of the Commissioner of Agriculture, but a very enthusiastic guy, and they're doing some beautiful things in Virginia. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to enjoy this lovely Zinfandel. The other nice thing about a stemless is you put it on the table and just swirl it, and then you can put your nose in this huge bowl. Oh boy, does that smell good. And let's go back to our little let's wake up the nose routine. Here we go. Ready? Wake up your nose. Wake up your nose. Good, because you don't want that nose to be kind of in a semi-sleepy manner. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to turn your head, smell. My left nostril is asleep, and my right nostril Oh boy, it's working its little head out. So it's the dominant. So we turn, we smell. Now we pick up aromas like currant, and we pick up dark cherry, pick up vanilla from the oak. It's got a beautiful balance of oak and fruit. You know, one of the things that we try to do with the Barrel Reserve wines is to really go almost a 75% fruit, 25% oak. When we get up to the private reserve, we really try to get 50-50. When we get up into the higher level, like single vineyard stuff, we try to go maybe 60% fruit and 40% oak. We're really trying to show this beautiful fruit and the vineyard that it comes from, and that is the Bell Brother / Merrill Vineyard. Beautiful work that they do up there. Zinfandel is a very tough grape to make quality wine from, and you're going to go to wineries in California where they make Zinfandel and it looks almost like a rosé. It never colors up. One of the challenges of Zinfandel is that the cluster is huge. It is a huge cluster. The berries are huge. And what happens is that as the fruit develops, the color in the skin is not uniform. So if you took a berry out of the most exposed to the sun portion of the cluster, it might be 24%, 25% sugar. Whereas if you reach behind the cluster, away from the sunlight, it may only be 19% sugar. So it is really critical to get leaf exposure. Take those leaves away from the cluster so that as the sun moves in its normal pattern, you sun the cluster as much as you possibly can so you get even ripening. If you don't get even ripening, what happens is you get part of the cluster giving you a vegetative, kind of a bell pepper kind of taste, and then the very ripe stuff is this dark cherry. It's confusing. It creates a wine that doesn't have a sense of uniformity, and so that's what's the challenge of Zinfandel. The other challenge of Zinfandel is if you grow it in an environment where there's a lot of humidity, you get mold and rot because the cluster is so dense. It's really hard to get air circulation through the cluster. So again, when we talk about drought and we talk about a lack of rainfall, to a Zinfandel grower, that's like saying, thank you, Lord, that's great, because we don't want that moisture to touch the cluster and to cause mold and rot. That's not a good thing. So we smell. Oh, it's so beautiful. Zinfandel is one of those wines that one of the first Zinfandels that I really enjoyed was the 1977 Sebastiani Zinfandel. I must have bought about 2 cases of this. It was a commemorative anniversary wine, and I was there at the winery, and I bought the cases. And every place that I traveled, I kept the cases with us. And so this was a trip to California. We brought the cases back and have been having a bottle every year or two. And what's amazing is that as this wine gets older, it seems to start becoming more cab in its character. You know, it seems to develop that kind of the dark cherry and kind of dark pepper, black pepper kind of flavors, like you would see in a Cabernet Sauvignon. So here we go. Wow! I mean, that is so good. And it's about $10. You know, we were in California about 3 months ago. I tasted probably 20 Zinfandels. And I would say I didn't taste a single one that was less than $20. And this Zinfandel can easily compare with most of those Zinfandels and be a whole lot better at half the price. So one of the things that I think is also great about this wine is that it alerts the customer that Texas can produce high quality Zinfandel. That's what's exciting about it. Because it's not that we can just grow Zinfandel. That's really not our challenge anymore, guys. Our challenge is, can we grow a great variety? Can we make Zinfandel one of those things that people say, wow, Texas can really do great Zinfandel? And I can tell you, we can really grow great Zinfandel. So, salud and enjoy. That is absolutely lovely. I could just see a pepperoni pizza here. I could see a wonderful eggplant parmesan. I can see a lasagna. You know, when we have Easter, Italians don't have turkey. Italians don't have ham. We have lasagna. We have eggplant parmesan. We have veal piccata. That's what is our Easter celebration. It's not in the normal, traditional, you know, ham and turkey celebration. That's not us. It's the reason why most of us are a little bit on the chubby side, because we like our pasta. Now we put the vacuum van on the top, a great invention. Oh boy, a great invention. And it's amazing how many people still do not know about this thing. You suck the air out. Once it gets hard to pull, it's done. And now you just put this aside. This can keep for a month. If it takes you that long, we need to talk. Another thing that I found in the last 6 weeks was this thing. I fell in love with this thing. It is a single bottle carrier freezer. It's amazing. I mean, I saw it at a show and I thought, that is ingenious. Because what you do is you take this, you put it in your freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes. That's all. By that time, these little packets here freeze. So now you have a frozen container. So then what you do is you take your bottle, we'll take the Glory, we'll put it in here, and now we head to the beach or we head on our picnic, snap the buttons, and away you go. And it's keeping it cool the whole time. And it's green. I love this color of green. I mean, lime green. I got to get myself a suit in this color, you know? I mean, maybe with some lights going on and off. But, I mean, what a great little thing here. And it sells for less than $10. I mean, reusable. You can use it forever. Every time you want to chill something, you just take the packet and put it in the freezer for 20 or 30 minutes. Or you could put it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. Pre-chill it, and then it'll stay cool for an hour or two. Wonderful. Great little invention. Lightweight. Packs easy. Worst case scenario, you could kind of roll it up, and you could put it in your suitcase. You could go to wine country. You'll have a cooler. You don't have to carry this big, huge thing. You could get about 4 of these. You have 4 bottles of wine chilling, and it's great. You don't have to carry an igloo around or anything like that. I mean, just a great little deal. I was impressed. I've got 5 of these at the house. Okay, now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to enjoy the Private Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon. This is the 2008 version. Last week, we bottled the 2009 version. And you know, one of the challenges of being a winemaker is you produce this beautiful bottle of wine that has been received extremely well by the consumers, the 2008. And then the challenge becomes, how do I top that? Well, we work hard at it. We put it in oak. We go ahead and make sure that the fruit is the best fruit we can possibly find. And that's what we do. So the 2008 is going to be followed with another exquisite 2009. So we're in store for some fun with that. Here we are. We're going to use the screw pull. Again, it's amazing to me how few people even know what this is. I show them this and they go, what is that? What's that? And you go, it's a screw pull. I mean, this should have been renamed. It is impossible to screw up screw pull. That's what it should be called. Impossible to screw up screw pull. Because, you know, I still have people busting corks, pushing corks in the bottle. With this, I have never ever seen somebody mess up. I mean, it's just pretty infallible. You put this over the top, like that. You push this down. It goes straight into the wax. Don't take the wax off yet. Leave it there, because it holds the screw pull easier. Spin it, and it just lifts it straight up. See, it is mostly out of the bottle right now. All I have to do is finish it off. I take this, it's done, finished. I put the screw pull, turn it the opposite way, and we've got the cork out. And it's just easy as can be, and there's no fuss, there's no muss, there's no embarrassment, nothing. You know, I think the number of people consuming wine in Texas would double in a week if they would just buy one of these. I can't tell you how many people feel intimidated by the inability to get into the cork easily. And a lot of people don't like screw tops. I personally do not like screw caps. I think it takes away the ambiance of wine. Plus, every study continues to indicate that a cork finish is better than a screw cap. So, you know, why mess with something that's working? Look at the end of the cork. It's got nice dark color. Smell it. You can smell the wood from the barrel. Smell the wine, it's really smelling good. We've only got probably a pallet, 56 cases more of the 08. So if you like the 08 Private Reserve, call us up, reserve your cases, because it's going to go fast. I mean, we're going to be breaking into the 2009 probably within a month. So if you like the 2008, let's put some aside for you. So here we go. And this is also a Luigi Borleone stemware. It's the only thing that we use here is Luigi. The reason is they're hand blown. The other thing is that the bowl and the stem are one piece. The stem and the base is one piece. When you buy inexpensive glass, they blow the bowl, then they blow the stem, and then they blow the base. So what happens is you have a junction on the bottom of the stem, at the top of the stem, and every place that you have a junction, potentially you have a place that breaks off. So if you can hand blow the bowl,